Where you've said about lists, I have a favourite type of list that I make in these types of events, and they are timing lists. So I was trained by my mother, military operation, up at 6 a.m. and this is what you're doing.
Wow.
So I make timing lists on the lead up to an event and then during that day so that everyone knows what I expect. But to keep things on, I know things kind of change, especially if I'm cooking, and those timings tend to go out. But having that as a guide is really helpful. And since I did my renovation, which I'll tell you about the Christmas experience later, I've hosted Christmas quite a lot since my renovation, and I found it really useful utilising some of those functions that people never really look into on the appliances. So being able to utilise my steam and my meat probe so I don't have to worry if something's cooked is one thing, but also being able to delay start or use the Wi-Fi to turn something down or start it from another room so I don't have to break away from the games that we're playing, essentially making it a lot easier and more streamlined. Those are things that I've found of benefit that I never even considered as useful before I engaged in using them. And the other thing is making sure, for me in my home, is making sure that it's been planned that people can come and get themselves a drink. So I'm a come in and make yourself at home host, as opposed to I'm going to do every tiny little thing, because I can't take on that much responsibility and get it right. I will drop the tea on the way in and things. So I kind of encourage people to treat my home like their own, and if they want a cup of tea, everything is out, they can see clearly where it is, they can get to it without getting into kind of the cooking zone and in crossing paths and not having enough space. So I think that's kind of another preparation that you can think about. How are people going to get the milk to make the tea while you're perhaps turning over the roast potatoes or checking the meat or heating up the plates or whatever that is. It's kind of thinking about those things as well, I think are important. So they seem like small things, but I think they really add to the stress if they're overlooked, and overall sucks the enjoyment out of the whole experience.